It's recording. Okay, y'all. I'm given a vertex and a point, and I want to write it in standard form. So here's what we do. Yeah. Here's my formula for standard form. And here's what's funny. They've given me every single letter here except for A. Because the vertex is H, right? That's H, and that's what? K. And over here is an X I can plug in, and a Y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug those numbers in because I have 4 of the 5 that I'm looking for. So the 0 is the Y, the X is the -1, the H, now y'all, I'm in teacher mode, so I wrote -2, but you could just write what? +2 if you wanted. Because this is a minus, remember this is an inside liar anyway, right? So if it's -2, it has to be what? +2, and then the K is also -2. Now, I just said this was +2 really, right? So what's -1 plus 2? 1. And what's 1 squared? 1. And that's like a -2. So what happens is that 1, I don't even need to write the 1 if that's a number in front, right? So 0 equals a minus 2. So add 2 to each side. So guess what a equals? 2. So to write it in standard form, y'all, this is standard form. I'll have a y equals, what's a? A is what? 2. What's h? It's -2, so it's going to be what? +2, and k is what? -2. Here's the answer. I just wrote it in what? Standard form. I just wrote that one in standard form. Okay? You ready to copy that down? And then I'm going to move to number 7. Because number 7 is like it, except number 7 has fractions, which makes it a little bit what? More difficult, right? So here we go. All right? Number 7, same thing. I'm given an H, a K, an X, and a Y, so I'm going to color those up. I like it when those color up, makes it to me really nice and easy. Got it? So I'm just going to plug them in. The Y is going to be what? 4. I don't know A. X is going to be -2. Now, y'all, this is going to be -5/2. If you want to write +5/2, that's okay. If you want to write 2.5, that's okay. Because 2.5 might be easier to understand. And this K is going to be what? Minus what? 3/4. First thing I'm going to do is right here. I'm going to add -2 and 5/2. But I can't do that. You don't need to make that decimal and add them and figure it out. But I don't like decimals. 2, the denominator's 2. What's 2 times 2? 4. So it makes it -4/2 plus 5/2. I'm going to add -4 and 5. That makes 1. I'm keeping the 2's the same. Notice everything stayed the same. All I did was just this. Now I need to take this 1/2 and what? Square it. Everybody see that? And 1/2 squared is 1/2 times 1/2, which makes 1/4, which I'm going to write in front of this. Now I'm looking at this here, and one of the things that will be easy to do right now, I mean, I could take and add my 3/4 here to this, which is a fraction, and then multiply by 4. Let's multiply by 4 now, because if I multiply by 4, what's that going to do to all the fractions? Make them what? Disappear. So if I take 4 times 4, you get 16. 4 times this cancels it, and 4 times that just cancels the 4, so I end up with this. Now I just what? Add the 3 to each side. So A is 19. So to write the answer, Y will equal, what's A?
19.
19. And remember, it's inside liar, so it's not negative, but what? +5/2. That's squared minus my 3/4. That would be the answer right there to that one, like that. Okay? Now, you could check it by going to your Y equals, and you'd see, well, that the point -2,4 would be on there.